Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Where's the button here? Oh, there it is.
Where's the start button?
Where's the start button? It's the Wonder Boys. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. But welcome back to episode 14 of the Wonder Boys podcast. This week brought to you by the Instagram quote of the week. Beautiful things grow from kindness and creativity.
Fuck off. No, they don't.
I know.
You're full of shit, Tim.
One of my favorite parts
Bullshit.
about Instagram now is reading the little biography quotes that people have on their thing.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are so fucking stupid. Obviously, there's the classics like be the change you want to see in the world and all that stuff. Yeah. But then there's stuff like that where it's like, you cannot be more generic and also more basic.
More basic. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah. I'm asking him to change his ways.
We play that a lot at my work, and I jam out a lot.
That's a great song.
When it's playing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I just listened to some Katy Perry on my way over here. I was like having a good
You know what? Don't be ashamed to bump it to her. Oh. She's got the formula down.
Absolutely.
Okay? She's
Beat.
got the formula down.
Boobs.
Wait, was it that new song that she did for the Olympics?
No.
Oh,
no,
shit.
no.
It was Firework, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be.
No, it wasn't Firework. It was one of our other top three. It wasn't Roar.
It was one of the other inspiring songs that she puts out. So that
shit, what's it called? Whatever.
That's fine.
I'm not listening to sleep over it.
It's okay.
All right. Okay.
I didn't sleep a lot last night. I went to bed at 2 a.m. I got back from your birthday party. I guess it's 2 weeks after your birthday though, so it's not really a birthday party.
No, it is now the Golden Mile.
Yeah,
it is not.
It's an event in and of itself.
Yeah.
So we did a pub crawl last night. I got home at 2 a.m. and I went to bed almost immediately, and then I woke up at 8:30 this morning.
Because your body was like, fuck you.
Just wide awake. Just like, guess what, Tim? You're awake now. I'm like, okay.
We're doing this. All right.
And I was just like, I don't know what to do now because I wasn't like hungry. I didn't need to like eat it. I was just like, okay, well,
okay.
I'll just start my day way earlier on a Sunday morning than I usually do.
Cross-eyed. Okay.
But you had the goal of achieving 18 drinks. So three drinks at 5 bars.
Three drinks at
each.
6 bars.
6 bars?
Yeah, we went to Mahoney and Sons.
Oh, it was 6. Okay,
yeah.
It was a 6. Okay.
Yeah, you almost made it all the way. You didn't quite get to the Canby.
Well, I was standing in line, then I was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last stop. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But I skipped the fifth one. I skipped the 5th one totally.
Yeah, you did.
I just didn't show up, and everyone's like, "Where'd you go?" I was like, I couldn't tell you.
Lost in thought.
No, I had an existential experience. I know it's like this is weird. Like out drinking on a Saturday night, and I ended up talking to this homeless guy, who he was parked up next to this hot dog stand. And one of the guys we were with stopped off to buy a hot dog. I was like, okay, so I gave the guy some change, and then he started talking to me, and this guy was like, it was like he was so mentally ill, it wasn't even funny. Like
but
this guy thought he was best bros with Justin Trudeau and stuff. And
oh, nice.
Like he's like, hey, I'm doing all right, but my sister, she's got real problems. I'm like, dude, you're homeless. Like I didn't say that to him, but I was thinking, like, dude, you're homeless. And this poor guy, like he's fucking just. So I had a real like existential moment. So I think that's more why I bailed out on the last thing.
You were just like your mind was.
I was bummed out,
racing.
man, because I was talking to this guy. I was like, he doesn't even know how sick he is.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah.
So that's part of why I left, because I was just like, I don't want to. And also, the last train was running in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I could have booked it back to the train station. I didn't want to, like, also, can I talk about how the last train out of a major city leaves at 1:15 a.m. and does not run all night when it's automated?
Don't even get me started on that
It's so
shit.
dumb.
Don't even get me started.
And I mean, yeah, they've got employees at the stations, making sure nothing goes down. Not like transit police, just regular employees, right? Transit employees. And, let them go home at 1 a.m., but keep the trains running,
Yep.
The transit police are up all night. Doesn't matter.
That's right.
They're up all night because there's overnight buses. There's night buses, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they can take care of any problems whatever.
It's so stupid. Like, you're right. It's like automated, and it's 1 a.m.
It's automated, man.
Yeah.
It's I mean, they can't be doing track maintenance every night. I understand, like, one night of the week you got to close the tracks down because it's track maintenance,
right.
Or maybe on like weekdays you don't run it all night because no one's gonna fucking use it.
Correct.
Except maybe a homeless person to just shack up in there, But
that's it.
On the weekends, definitely Friday and Saturday, great idea. Keep it running all night. because you get people home safer. They don't make bad decisions. They don't choose to drink and drive, and bad stuff happens with that. Yeah, but how was your? I mean, you got home all right. Yeah, you said you finished all the drinks.
All 18.
Drinks? Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, I made sure we stayed at the Cambie until I finished that shit.
That's ridiculous. It must have closed right after you guys got there, though. Because I left it just after 1 a.m. and they probably closed up at 2.
I think last call was at 2. I think I left at about 2:30. I can't remember. I don't know. The time frame is very.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I understand. There was only 4 of you when I left there. Did anyone else make it
after? Yeah, there were people in there. So we were lining up. There were people in there already.
Wow.
So.
The guys on the bikes, right? The guys who had the bikes. They left
they'd gone long.
As soon as I got to the 5th place.
That's right.
And I was like, okay. What the hell?
But so apparently they weren't letting people in because they were over capacity. Well, when I got in there, they were not even close to capacity. So I don't know
I don't know. That place seemed pretty crowded.
It's awesome. The Cambie it's a hostel. So you meet all kinds of different people from all over the world and all kinds of different people from Vancouver.
Yeah, who just show up like, hey, what's
and the beer's cheap, so.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Well, cheap by Vancouver standards. It's still like getting raped by a 4-year-old.
Yeah, there was one point where we were, I don't know which bar we were at. We ordered, I said, I don't know who it was who asked, but they were standing right next to me and they asked, hey, do you guys have any specials tonight? He's like, yeah, we got a Heineken on special, $7.50. I was like, that's the special? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. That's the special beer? Like, what's the regular fucking price? $9? Like, get out of here. Mm-hmm. $7.50 for a special. I was losing my mind.
It was probably a bottle, too. It wasn't even a pint or something.
It was from the tap now. It was from the tap.
Phew.
But I just got, I don't know. Yeah, I just got, I mean, maybe it's just Heineken. I don't know. Heineken's expensive. I don't know. It was ridiculous to me.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, that's why you only do the Golden Mile once a year because you can only afford to do it once a year.
Hey, you got to make that savings. You got to save up. Oh my God. I actually didn't spend a lot of money yesterday.
Oh, really?
I'm very proud of myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you only had, 6 or so?
Yeah, and I actually swindled 2 or 3 drinks for free. I don't know how I did that.
Did Luke Smith buy you one?
Yeah, Luke had to buy one because he lost a game of Buck
That's
Hunter.
That's right.
And I paid for their game. I gave him $2 to pay for the game.
Yeah.
They agreed, okay, the loser buys both the winner and Tim a drink. I was like, fucking A. So I saved myself $6 there.
Right on.
And then at another bar, someone just bought me a drink straight up. I think it was Manny or someone.
Right on.
That was cool. Mm-hmm. That was cool. Thanks, Manny.
Yeah, what a stud. I was so surprised those guys came. I was like, whoa, what are you guys doing here? I'm so excited that you're here, but I'm so shocked that you're here.
Apparently they just walked by and they were going to go to the next bar, and then they saw you leaning up against the railing outside or something, and they're like, hey, there he is. And then they just join in.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. But I met your friend Michael yesterday.
Mike McTaggart, yeah.
He said he wants to come on the podcast.
He wants to come on the podcast.
So I think we arranged not next week, but the week after that. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll keep that going.
Yeah, Mikey, if you listen to this version, you're coming on the podcast 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. I'll travel down to Lucas's place because it makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah. He's coming from North Vancouver, so.
Oh my God,
I know.
There was this weird article on CBC this week. I'm trying to remember the details, but it was basically, you've heard of these trampoline places?
Yeah, like
Sky Zone or
yep.
where it's just a bunch of trampolines in a warehouse with games that you can play like dodgeball and basketball. And it was an article written about how ever since these places have started popping up, the injuries on trampolines have gone up, say 30% or whatever. I don't know what the actual figure was. I was like, well, of course, there's more trampolines. Trampoline injuries are going to increase. That's a bit of a correlation that I think anyone can figure out. Jeez.
Great journalizing.
Journalizing to the max.
Great journalizing.
I just thought, I was like, that seems a little self-explanatory to me. It's there's more gun deaths in the USA because they have more guns than anybody. Well, that correlates. That's
sense.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
You don't need to read Freakonomics to get that one.
It was weird, man. Freakonomics, that's, was it you who recommended that to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to read it. It's very interesting.
It's just a novel, right?
It is just a novel of cases, of these strange cases where they did investigation into what the causes of them were. One of them example is, why did the crime rates drop in United States in the 1990s? And it was or in certain states. So in certain states, why did the crime drop substantially in certain states? And they
like new legislation or something, or?
Right? So you would have said like, oh, new legislation. There's more cops. There's all. You would have thought like all these obvious things like, but then they're like, no, it's because in 1980 or 1975, abortion was made like not illegal. Like it was legal to have an abortion, or abortions became more popular or something.
Yeah, more acceptable. Maybe.
Right. So basically, the whole case goes that these kids that would have been born, these unstable children that would have become crime committers later on in their lives, were never born because they were aborted, or there's like contraception, and you use like these women that are in these households that they're not ready to have a kid. They can't have a kid. So the kid, when they do have those kids, they're poorly looked after. They join gangs. They become crime, right?
Shit.
So, but those kids never being born, those people never being born,
reduces the risk of offending.
That's right. So the number of people. So that's the kind of thing that comes up in Freakonomics. And you're like, it makes so much sense.
How come I never thought of it this way before?
So they, there's quite a few cases in there. That one's quite controversial, actually. I think there's a lot of debate online as to whether that is one of the main factors. But like the stuff they back up is like the facts that they have. It's a really good book. It's not very long. I don't think it's probably about 300 pages, not even.
That's pretty small. Although I've had a book now, I've been reading one of the Jack Reacher books. You know those? Movie that Tom Cruise in. It's based off the books.
Right.
And the book I'm reading is the first one in this series. I've been reading that for like a year and a half. I just do not read a lot. Let's be honest. And I'm kind of rolling into more podcasts and audiobooks. Wonder Boys Podcast, wonderboys.ca on Twitter and Instagram, Wonder Boys Cast.
Wonder Boys Cast. On our own cast.
Wonder Boys Cast.
We should get a guest from a different podcast on here.
I know. So how's your podcast going? It's going all right. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. I've spoken to a couple people about. I actually ran into a guy I haven't seen since high school yesterday at the Canby. I was waiting in line at the Canby.
Oh, nice.
And right before I just like left Jamie, I was standing there with Jamie.
Oh.
And he and I were waiting. I was just like, hey, I'm just going to be a second. I went back to the back of the line to talk to you guys, and then just never went back to him. I felt weird about that. I felt weird. But I was like, hey, man, I'll be right back. And then I just never went back. So, but yeah, I ran into this guy I knew in high school called Alex, and he said he listens to the podcast, or at least he's listened to a episode, or he's heard of it. Or I was like, the amount of people I ran into yesterday, because I don't go out very often. So the amount of people I ran into yesterday who mentioned the podcast, either they knew about it, they'd listened to it, or they'd expressed interest or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I was thinking like, I was just kind of doing this for a fun thing for you and me, right? And then people actually tune in, they listen, and they... Well, yeah, give us your feedback.
And hopefully we're
Twitter,
funny.
At Wonder Boys Cast.
Yeah. At Twitter, Wonder Boys Cast.
At Wonder Boys Cast. Maybe we should get a Facebook page. I mean, all the kids are doing it.
But we talked about this already.
Oh, yeah, Facebook shucks.
Shucks. And it's also shitty.
It's shitty and it shucks.
And it's full of bullshit.
Oh, yeah, I got this new sound thing.
Bullshit. 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 That's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
I fucking love it.
It's so great.
It's all the times Arnie says bullshit. And he's actually in Vancouver right now.
Oh, yeah, because that was one of the challenges on the Golden Miles last night, trying to get a picture of the famous person.
Yeah.
So
and I thought like if he just happened to walk by and be like, excuse me, Mr. Governor / Governator / Terminator, please don't kill me. May I please get a photograph?
I almost had the milkshake come through my nostrils.
Oh, Jesus, no. Well, that's like milk going through. I've done that before. I had a friend when I was little who could make milk come out of his eye. That was gross.
That's gross.
He you know how you have that little part of your back of your mouth where if the liquid goes in there, it'll come out your nose. Somehow he could do it to make it come out of his eye.
Gross.
I don't know whether he put it in his nose or it went through his mouth. I don't know. But he made milk come out of his eye. It was so fucking weird. But where were we? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Jesus Christ. Talk about a man who's really just hit nothing but net for 30, 40 years? Just nothing but net.
Got married to a smoke show.
And she's basically royalty.
Yeah, American royalty.
Jesus.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Arnold. I pick the things up and I put them down in the same place.
Everyone's got that Arnold sound.
The Expendables 7.
It doesn't matter if it's bad because that's how bad his accent is. It's like, your impersonation sucks. Yeah, well, it's like you can't tell because it's just...
I'm from Austria. No, get down.
Get down. Yeah, get to the job. Oh God, it's so good. He's great though.
He is great.
He's accomplished more than we could ever hope to in our entire lives.
There's quite a few people like that are like nothing but netters. Justin Timberlake being another nothing but netter.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, he was like a Disney Channel star, like from when he was a kid or some shit, and then he went to a boy band. Now he's an actor, singer, comedian, or sometimes I don't know what the.
Maybe
fuck.
he's a comedian.
He's
everything. He just hasn't done comedian.
He's just I don't know. He seems like a funny guy, so I'm like, maybe I don't know.
The movies he's been in have been really funny too. So
that's true. I mean, he was even in The Social Network. It wasn't like a funny movie,
right.
but it was like a.
Yeah, he played a good part. Yeah, he
it was
played
a
a good
legit like. $1 million isn't cool. $1 billion is cool.
Yeah,
I think that's what he says. I don't know. I'm sorry, it's been a while.
he's the Napster guy. He's the guy who
was he the guy who invented Napster?
Napster, yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool. You know, I found out the other day Napster still exists.
Was it like Spotify
now? It's similar. I actually didn't go to the website, but what happened was, what happened? I went to go look at Justice as like a French techno house group.
Mm-hmm.
And they just released a new single, and it was free on their website, so I went to go dodownload it. And they said, oh, you can also stream it. So I went to the streaming options. It had like, Spotify had like iTunes Music or Apple Music, whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. It had all those things. And then in the thing, there was a little Napster, like the cat logo. And I was like, Napster's still like, I thought Napster got shut down because it was basically pirating a shitload of music. But apparently not.
Maybe it did get shut down. They got booted up.
Yeah, reinvented themselves or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was a weird time for me.
It was a weird period in your life.
Yeah, that 5 second where like, what? It was like a week ago. Oh God. Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm all right though. I'm all right.
You'll be fine. That'll be fine.
We were actually walking around yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were on our way to the Yale.
Yep.
And I saw a drain pipe on the wall. It was like a white drain pipe, and I said to people who were around me, I was like, oh man, I really want to climb that drain pipe right now because I've been playing Mirror's Edge all day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like if you go walking around after you play a game like that where you're like looking for certain, visual cues or something.
Right.
To kind of help along with the game. Mm-hmm. I felt compelled to do that. I also felt compelled to like do like a parkour like jump over a hedge or something. I was like, no, I shouldn't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. But it's like whenever I play, say, an Assassin's Creed game, I always think like I could probably run up those crates and then vault onto that roof or that house right. Yeah, I could probably do that.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
And then hold onto that pole and swing to the next roof. Yeah,
I could totally do that. No.
And that guy over there, yeah, I could shove a blade in his neck. And
yeah,
kill him,
I mean that'll be fine. And then walk away and no one will notice. Like it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
it'll be fine,
guys. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But it's like it's whenever I play or say like Grand Theft Auto,
right?
And you're driving down the road, you're like, I don't have to obey traffic laws. Like, I don't have to do that. Oh. That's stupid. I'm just gonna run this red and also drive into the oncoming lane. I don't give a fuck.
And there happened to be a pedestrian there, so I killed him.
I killed him and then didn't go back, and the police chased me, and then they gave up after a while for some reason.
Yeah, because I painted my car a different color.
I painted my car a different color. The license plate's the same, but it's a different color. It can't be the same vehicle.
It's not the same car.
Can't be.
There's no way.
Oh,
that unique identifier on the back? No way.
No, it's impossible. Absolutely impossible.
So funny. Yeah, what was that? Oh, it would be different if you started thinking about that in like terms of Fallout, because I've been playing Fallout.
Oh yeah, like a wasteland / post-apocalyptic thing where you just don't know where your next meal's coming from.
That's right. And you scavenge every single freaking thing. Every room you go into, you look like, is there a toolbox? Where's a toolbox? Is there any boxes? Like I'm looking at boxes. Like,
should I open this drawer and look for items in this drawer?
Yeah, I should. So that's fun.
Okay, I was looking at this. The U.S. primaries. Like, do you understand the whole U.S. primaries election thing?
No, I have no fucking idea.
It's so fucked up.
No.
But I'm not. So if anyone's unsure,
cue it in.
Okay, we're back. The recording skipped for some reason. The computer just like, boom, and then just.
Thank God this isn't live because fuck.
I know, we'd be so dumb. Well, I mean, if this was live, I wouldn't be using like a $300 laptop that's 8 years old.
Good point.
Not exactly the best hardware.
No.
We're a quality operation here at the Wonder Boys Podcast.
Wonder Boys Podcast.
Wonder Boys. Sponsors, please check our sponsor page.
Yeah. Do we have a sponsor?
We do not.
To-do.
Yeah, to-do
Create
list.
create sponsor page.
Fucking to-do list. Create a sponsor page. Sponsor us. Why?
Because I gotta.
Because you just need to, please.
PART. Why? Because I gotta.
Oh, yes. Okay, so the thing I was looking up before our technology failed us was this New York Times infographic thing about how once it boiled down to it, like you cut out ineligible voters, people who didn't vote, blah, 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 in the U.S. primaries or whatever. I don't know what the primaries are, to be honest, but basically it boils down to the headline of only 9% of America chose Trump and Clinton as the nominees. So I think it's basically their delegates and shit.
Right.
So basically, when it comes down to it, 9% of people who live in America
one of the two candidates they have now
decided on the
Great. That's great.
I'll see if I can. Okay, so that whole square grid,
Jesus,
and the American population right there. All right, let's try this for the third time now. The computer continues to just do its own thing. Oh yeah, we're back. So I don't know how far we got with the explanation last time, but basically 9% of people in the United States decided on the candidates that they have for the presidential election, so it's pretty terrible.
Hashtag Murica.
Yeah, just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And, with the Olympics, like, I watched a little bit of the Olympics today. What was I watching? I was diving, kind of boring.
Yeah. It's still fun to watch, though, because you don't get to watch it very often.
Yeah, that's true.
You're like,
and then
cool,
long
he did
distance,
like 4 spins in the air.
It was like long-distance cycling.
Oh, okay.
I was like
the
okay.
Tour de France.
It was basically, it's the same
No,
thing.
that's the indoor one, right, with the track, the roundy
No, the one
track.
I was watching was, cross country, so it was 144 Ks up and down the beach, whatever they have there. I don't know. Just crazy cupcakes.
Crazy cupcakes.
Yeah, crazy cupcakes. And there was an article on CBC. That's right, I read articles, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to brag,
But I read articles. And listen to the radio.
Once in a while.
I have cigars and whiskey in my couch as well, next to my couch.
Yes, and I listen to the radio plays. Yes.
You can do I Believe in You. CBC article.
I was actually thinking about, I said radio plays. I'm actually listening to like a radio play type thing right now. So
nice.
I was like, I was just thinking about that. But, well, not as we do this, obviously, but like in my life, like when I'm like alone.
Wait, so you do things outside of this podcast?
Yeah, not a lot, let's be honest. I know how I said I don't go out much earlier. Yeah, this is about it. This is about it. Yeah, so the CBC wrote an article about how have the Olympics lost their luster? No, is the answer to that question, CBC.
Did they answer that question, or you're answering?
I'm answering that 100%. No, I just think, like, while I feel like maybe not as involved this year, as I have in previous years, or as enthusiastic this year as I was in previous years, I think it's just all, like, especially just this particular games leading up to it, it's been pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Like, with all the controversy, the health issues, the
people bailing out, like
the whole all the drug accusations with Russia and all that.
Yeah,
and I think it's a very special circumstance, and to kind of paint the Olympic Games with that kind of broad brush, that's a fucking metaphor, bitches.
Yeah, that is a big old metaphor.
It's ridiculous, and I mean, the athletes are obviously still super stoked to be there. You see, apparently there's tons of people watching the games there in Rio. So I mean, there's people going up from all over to visit. So that's fucking cool. I don't know. I just don't know.
And I mean, it's always they know the Olympics doesn't make money. They know they lose money on the Olympics.
Yeah. The only way they could make money is maybe through sponsorships. But
yeah, and I think that's how most of their funding comes in anyway. So, the games are expensive to do. It's what you do after the games with the stuff that you've built and the tourism that you've generated and all this like publicity. Essentially getting like 2 weeks of ad time.
The whole world's watching you and be like, oh, maybe we should go on a vacation.
Maybe we should go to Rio. Yeah, I mean, even if you didn't want to already go see the Jesus. I watched. I just watched that clip again from The Big Lebowski where
I am the Jesus.
I am the Jesus, and he's like rubbing his balls.
Yeah, in the little cleaner.
Yeah.
And then his whole wind up where it's playing Hotel California, like a MX or a Spanish version of Hotel California, and he's licking the ball. And,
He very very like just like touches it. Like,
very light.
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
You're just an asshole.
Can't just go around waving the gun around at people, Walter. Yeah, well, I mean, I was fine. I was way fine. Anyway.
But Nom, stop talking about Nom. Oh man,
Nom.
damn.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
That's
What were we
good.
talking about? Oh, Rio.
Right.
I like what Richmond did with the Oval. So the skating rink, they built that speed skating rink for 2010.
Yeah, for the Vancouver 2010 Olympics.
Yeah. They use it now as like there's 2 ice rinks in it. There's volleyball and basketball courts in it. There's a race track around, like a
and
running
there's a full
track.
gym as well.
It's a full, yeah.
They got like little mini indoor soccer things
There you go.
for kids, and
Yeah, they made this
there's a rock
huge
climbing
space.
wall.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's everything. There's
So
everything.
hopefully Rio doesn't fuck it up and uses all that stuff for it. But I agree with you. I don't think that the
Well, it's like
Olympics has lost
at
its
least it's
luster.
not like the Russians where they built this whole new facility like in this town that
middle of fuck not nowhere.
no one goes to.
No.
And
Hashtag
I mean,
Russia.
if they were to build it in Moscow, I mean that'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
Because it's like, well, you know, people go there or people live there, so
Mm-hmm.
you know, they can use the facilities. But Sochi, who's going to take that trek out there? They hold like international competitions there, but that's you a little itchy on your face there.
Yeah.
So you like scratching it against the microphone. I was like, what is
Like,
going
it just
on?
feels really cool.
I was rubbing my face on the microphone. We got
In
these
case
little
you're
foam
curious.
shields and they're fucking dope.
They're fucking so sweet.
Oh yeah.
So sweet.
I haven't. I've had laundry sitting in a basket for like over a week, and I haven't folded it yet.
Look at me. I'm the closet now.
Yeah, my fucking life is falling apart.
Don't say that.
I was just thinking about that this morning. I was like, the dishes are piling up in the sink because I've been on my own for 4 days. Dad hasn't been home, so I'm like, oh, just dishes are. I shouldn't say this actually because I'm gonna clean it up right before he gets back. He's gonna think, oh, I did a great job, and
Until he listens to this episode.
Until he listens to the podcast, he's like, you fucking liar.
You little piece of shit.
But hey, when he gets back tonight, whatever that is, everything will be clean. And everything will
Yeah.
be where it's supposed to be.
Ish.
Because the other night I went to the freezer and I moved everything around because I was looking for one thing, which was like on the bottom. So
That's going to drive him bananas.
I know he loves to organize that shit.
Yeah. How much more?
Loves to organize.
Slack I got. Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
no, not a lot.
Okay, great.
Why, you want to lean back now?
I want to chill.
What, do you think this is a casual experience here?
That's a lot of casual. Can we talk about that video or that ABC5 news thing that I
Did
watched?
you actually watch it?
I watched both.
Oh,
so
that's
I
good.
watched
That's
the original and the follow-up.
Okay, so what happened was it was the city in Arizona. I don't know whether it's Phoenix or what.
Mm-hmm. It's somewhere in Arizona.
It is in Arizona though.
Yeah.
There's this I think it's called AID. It's Advocates for Individuals with Disability.
Correct.
I nailed that. And basically they make sure that people with disabilities aren't underserved in the community. So they make sure that disabled parking spots have enough space to go in and open the door and get the chair out or get whatever they need out. And that doors have ramps going up to them and that they have automatic opening switches. and
This is
stuff.
for like public businesses and stuff like
public businesses. Yeah, places of business like say a restaurant or something
Right.
like that. And these guys are going around looking for the most minor infractions, like you don't have a tiny little
accessible.
van accessible sign on it, so we're gonna sue you for $25,000.
And then settle for $7,000.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
and basically this news organization, ABC5 News, I think they went. Yeah, ABC5.
Yeah,
they went
yeah.
out and did like this investigative report where they basically uncovered almost a money laundering scheme from like the founders and whatever. I don't know. It's so good. So you watched the whole thing though,
So
right?
yeah, I watched the whole thing and it's really good journalism.
It's
like
fucking great. This
yeah.
guy is so hardcore. He goes in there looking for answers and he doesn't stop until he gets them.
My favorite's when he talks to their PR lady and
Oh,
a
the
legal,
legal
assistant.
assistant.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was brutal.
And he's like asking him questions and they're just not answering. Like, and he says in his like voiceover, he's like, we would ask some questions and then we would get no reasonable answer. And then it just jumps into a live clip of him like asking him a question. And then it's funny because the camera's like zoomed in on the PR girl and she's like,
Oh yeah, she looks at the legal
she looks
guy.
at the legal assistant like, how do I deal with this?
Yeah, like, what do I say? Well, that's usually what you do, like, in a situation like that. You're like, let the lawyer talk for me.
Right.
I don't want to. But yeah, the guy, even the legal assistant, just smiled and said, "Can you guys leave now, please?" So
Yeah.
it's like, you're being so obvious that you're fucking ripping people off.
No, exactly.
You can't even disguise it a little bit. Like, be nice about it. Don't ask them to leave. You're
That's
just
right.
incriminating yourself. But if you guys get a chance, if anyone listening gets a chance, search. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
ABC5 Arizona disability lawsuits or something.
We'll link this.
That'll
We'll link it on the
on the website,
page.
onevoice.ca.
Yeah. But I think, and even better, there's a follow-up story. So there's the initial story that they must have run like 1 week. Then
Right.
the week after they ran a follow-up story.
Yeah.
And the follow-up is they go to this founder who they'd spoken to in the previous week, and he's like, oh yeah, he's a disability. He's had like
he needs
hip
a
surgery
cane or something.
Yeah, he needs a cane to walk. And that's in the first story, and then in the second story, they have like video of him just walking around normally without.
Yeah, where
any
they were
cane.
like hiding out in a van and they were filming this guy just walk around without a cane.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's totally faking it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny because they like ask him. He's like getting in his truck, and he says, "Oh, and how long have you been?" The reporter does an excellent job of this. Like, he's asking all these other questions that are like gets him like on his side, and he's like, "Oh yeah, and by the way, how long have you been walking without a cane?"
Just fucking goes into the kill. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So
and then he's like, "Oh, usually I have one in my car." He reaches back for it. He's like, "But I don't have one today."
Yeah,
And he's like, "Dude, you're just fucking.
just got caught in the lie,
dude." If you ever if someone ever takes this guy to court, they're so fucked because they got this news report with all this evidence in it.
I
It's
know.
like, shit.
Uh,
They're gonna go to jail for money laundering or extortion or.
I hope so, or at least stop suing these people they should be suing.
Yeah. And it's all under one guy's name, the guy with the cane.
That's right.
He's the one who's signing all these lawsuits. It's just, or he's the plaintiff in the case. That's what it's called.
So you need to have someone in legal standing.
Yeah, like a person who will actually, put themselves on the block. Like, yeah, I'll go to court and I'll dispute this, whatever.
Whatever, yeah. But it never goes to court because they always settle out.
Yeah. They always just pay them.
Yeah. So
Crazy cupcakes. I'm glad you watched that because I sent it to you, but I never heard anything back. So I was like,
sorry, yeah.
I was trying to think like, oh, well, I wonder if I can just like explain it to him, but it's more of something that you have to watch. So I'll link it on the page.
I think when I watched it was when you sent it to me, I watched it, but I just had a nap.
Oh no!
Or like I'd like.
So you were kind of like hazy.
I was very like. So I think I meant to respond to you and just.
You just thought you did, but you forgot. I've done that where I was like, I'm pretty sure I sent you a text, and someone will say, "No, you did not.
No.
You haven't texted me in weeks." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Cool.
The best is when you go to text them the next time. You've got the draft there, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, that happened. I did that at work the other day with an email.
Really?
Someone came in and he's like, "Hey, did you email that client about this thing?" I was like, "Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I did." And then they said, "Well, did they reply to you?" I said, "No, I haven't gotten anything back yet." And went to look at my email later, and it's sitting in my drafts folder. I'm like, "Feck." Oh my god.
Well, send this now.
Yeah, send this now. Yeah, send it now. And then I said to the guy, I was like, "Hey, you know how you asked me if I sent that email?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I didn't. It was in my drafts folder, so that's why the guy didn't reply. It's not his fault. It's mine."
That's mine.
That's always awkward. Just like, yeah, it was just like I wrote it. And
At least you had the balls to admit it, though. That
he's a
pisses
cool
me
guy,
off.
though. I mean, certain people I would not admit certain things to. You know how you feel comfortable with certain coworkers, but other ones you're like maybe not, or even just people in your life.
In general, I mean, admitting your own, like that's got to be one. It's like a human flaw or a human trait. Like admitting your own what's the word I'm looking for?
Deficiencies? No.
Yeah, deficiency. Yeah, or like shortcomings. I guess deficiencies.
Shortcomings is a better way to put it, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, for instance, if you had someone would ask you if you did an email and you're sitting there like, Nope.
No, I did not. I did not because I'm bad at my job.
But you're right. You can only do it for certain people. Like there's some people where you're going to be like, yes, I did send that email. And then you're going to go 2 minutes later, you're going to go and try and cover that shit right the fuck up.
Yeah, like I got to cover up the lie now. And also I need to remember that I lied. And I need to remember the lie 100%. Because if I get caught in the lie, I'm going to die.
And I need to make sure I cover my bases on all the lies that I intertwine with this lie.
Yeah, well, it's like, hey... How do I not get caught lying? I just tell the truth. It's actually way easier to remember the truth. So, that's how you not get caught. Because it's like, oh, I can't remember the lie, blah, blah, and you like stumble. But if you tell the truth, it's just like, well, you just tell how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Just tell how it is.
How it is. How it is, though.
How it is. Hey, I saw a picture on, I think it was Twitter, or his link to the page.
Through Twitter
page. To Twitter.
On the Twitter?
I was on Reddit basically, and did you hear about Brie Larson being cast as Captain Marvel?
I did. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. First female Marvel movie.
Yep.
I think it's coming out next year, or the year after that.
What about Wonder Woman, bro? Isn't that a Marvel movie?
No.
Shut up, you fucking idiot.
No, it's not. But yeah, I'm surprised it took them so long. Actually, like
Yeah, I mean, Captain Marvel is a pretty cool one because that's the one where it's a kid.
no, that's
Shazam.
No, yeah.
What's Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel? She's she's some kind of space ranger. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
I know nothing about her. But basically, Shazam used to be called Captain Marvel.
Oh,
but
that's
then they
right.
had a legal dispute with Marvel about, they also
Right.
have a character named Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
So then he had to change his name to Shazam, which I think is cooler, to be honest. Yeah.
Captain
Anyways,
Marvel.
yeah, so
Cool.
it's taken them so long because they had Black Widow in the second Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
And she could have totally, I think, carried her own movie, like an espionage movie.
A total
or something.
spy movie, yeah,
like
absolutely.
like something like that.
They could have done like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where she led the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something.
Yeah, exactly. Where they have to do some kind of covert mission where it's like, we can't use special humans for
Yeah.
this, or superheroes for this.
We need Romanoff.
Yeah, we need kind of stealthy infiltrators shit,
And then we get to learn a bit more about her dicey past because it looks like she's got some demons in the closet.
Big time demons,
Skeletons
bro.
in the closet.
Big time demons. And then I also saw a leaked clip from Comic-Con for the third Thor movie.
Oh, Ragnarok.
And the Hulk's in it.
Sweet. Last time we saw the Hulk, he was jetting
Flying
away.
in that jet. Yeah. So that's going to be cool because that's going to be kind of like a Thor/Hulk solo movie,
Sweet.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird that they don't do any Hulk solo movies, but
Well, they have, and they all suck.
I know they said. Oh, the Ed Norton one wasn't that bad.
I like that one.
That one was pretty good, but it had still
Eric
some issues.
Bana.
But it's basically, I think it's going to be like there was this animated Hulk movie on Netflix. I don't think it's on there anymore. Like, you know how those things expire,
Right.
or something. Like, I don't know what happens there.
They get a certain lease time. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they just rent it from the owners, or whatever. And it was called Planet Hulk, and it's this. Basically, the premise is the movie opens. Hulk's in a spaceship that the Avengers have built, and they've just sent him they're sending him to an uninhabited planet. They said, yes, listen, dude, we can't control you. If you ever lose control, none of us can stop you. You're a danger to yourself and others. So they just put him in a spaceship and fucking send him. And I think that's what's going to happen, except Bruce Banner is going to do it to himself
Right.
in Thor Ragnarok.
And then Thor's going to go come find him or something?
And Thor will run into him because Thor is like a space god.
Right.
And shit. So.
Yeah, he's off saving the universe or something. And
Yeah, man.
maybe the Green Lantern will be...
Maybe like, what's his Superman? I mean, he can like swoop. He's like an alien, right? He's a space alien.
It's pretty much the same thing, right?
He's basically a space god. I mean, dude, he's indestructible.
Indestructible. It's faster than a speeding bullet.
I mean, spoiler alert, Batman v Superman, he dies at the end, but he doesn't really die.
yeah.
It's Superman. You can't kill Superman in his second movie when we know there's another movie with him coming out next year.
One
That's
does not
so-
simply kill Superman.
That's so fucking dumb. If he has to die, make him die in a Justice League movie, sacrificing himself to save all the other heroes, man.
Yeah, but Tim...
I'm sorry, ever since Batman v Superman came out, I've been thinking about it so much. I'm like, it could be so much better.
Yeah.
It could be. But
Well, have you watched the extended director's ultimate Zack Snyder explosions shot?
no, but apparently it's a little better.
Okay.
Apparently it's a little more fleshed out. It's not as choppy and
Okay.
rushed as the theatrical cut felt,
Great.
which it did feel kind of choppy and rushed.
It felt super rushed. It felt like, okay, we're going to cram a whole lot into this one
A
little movie.
lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
They should have just kept it simple. And but Suicide Squad came out this weekend.
And it's getting ruthless reviews.
Yeah, from the critics and stuff are just tearing it down. But then I've watched a bunch of reviews on YouTube as well from YouTubers. Those YouTubers who do like reviews and stuff.
Got it.
And it's a mixed bag. It's like 50-50. Like people love it or they just don't like it at all. It's really weird.
Apparently, it just can't take its eyes off of Margot Robbie's butt long enough to take it seriously.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
as everyone, I guess. No, but apparently, it's a real mixed bag. Like some people who you'd expect to be harsh on it really liked it. Some of you think like, oh, would really like it is kind of not so great on it. It's kind of weird. I really want to go see it though. don't let those reviewers influence your decision. If you like thought about Suicide Squad and the first thought was, I want to go see that movie, go see that movie.
Go see that movie. I'm going to go see it, because I like explosions and stuff. So.
I think it'll be fun just seeing those characters all together.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
and Will Smith as Deadshot. I'm excited for that.
He's great in everything. He's so charismatic. I just want him to be my dad. Adopt me, Will Smith. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Jaden.
Yeah, but I was reading all these reviews, like the negative ones, and I was like, shit, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
It actually put a lot of doubt in my heart, but I was like, no, I wanted to see the movie, so I'm going to go see the movie.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know when, but I'm going to go see it.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've liked that. Just the concept of a Suicide Squad is pretty bananas. Here, go do this thing for us that's kind of illegal, so we can't do it. Oh, yeah, and if you don't do it, we're going to blow your head up.
Do you watch that Batman Assault on Arkham movie, right?
Yeah.
I think I walked in when you were watching that, where it was a Suicide Squad infiltrating Arkham.
That's right.
That would have been a great Arkham Suicide Squad premise.
Agreed.
Having the Suicide Squad break into an insane asylum.
Yeah.
And Batman's like chasing them through the building. That would be so fucking cool.
Because in Suicide Squad, the movie, Batman does make an appearance, though, right? He's like...
Yeah, it's just a cameo, though.
Ben Affleck just shows up for it.
Yeah, it's a cameo.
Yeah.
I think it's... from what I could see in the trailers, at one point he's carrying Harley Quinn. So I think it's when he captures her.
Oh, I see.
And like sends her to prison.
Got it.
So it must be that. And that must be when the Joker's in the movie, too. When they're like chasing him, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks cool, though. Looks really cool. And that Batmobile, I really love that new Batmobile.
I do, too.
Because I saw the videos leaked when they were driving that through Toronto, filming.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that thing's cool.
Yeah.
And it's real. Like, it's a working vehicle.
Working vehicle.
Ugh.
Well, the rolling one from Christopher Nolan's was working as well.
Yeah.
It worked.
But it's more of a tank, though.
That's more of a tank.
Yeah, you kind of like, can I drive that on the street? Is that loud?
Probably not.
Maybe. Is it street legal? I mean, there's no...
Are there taillights?
Yeah. Is there a blinker on this thing? I don't know. Also, the turn is like a joystick. It's like a fucking...
You're driving a jet.
Yeah, the steering wheel's not a steering wheel. It's a joystick.
Yeah.
I was actually, this week, I was doing some research for work, and I came across like the About Us page of this company that I was working with.
Yeah.
And the CEO's name was Neil Diamond. I just wanted to share that. I'm like, could you imagine going your whole life? I mean, this guy's like, he looked middle-aged, like he had silvery hair. So I was like, okay, so he's probably around about maybe a little younger than Neil Diamond. I have no idea how old Neil Diamond is. But, I mean, could you imagine going your whole life and your name being Neil Diamond? You're like, oh, like the singer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like the singer. It's like Office Space. The guy's name is Michael Bolton.
That's right. So, Michael Bolton,
so
no relation to
you after him? It's like, no, I was born before you got famous. Why don't you just go by Mike? Because that's not my fucking name, okay? It's Michael Bolton.
I heard that song that you I linked to you a couple weeks ago, River by something Briggs.
That was like months ago, but carry on.
That wasn't months ago.
It was definitely months ago. Oh, he's gonna fact check now.
Okay,
I've already proved
probably was in June.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that? Could you just admit that you were wrong?
I might have to admit a shortcoming.
There we go. Just right. Oh yeah, that's good.
But apparently, it's by the song's called River by something Briggs. I can't remember the first name. But apparently her real name is Sarah McLachlan.
Really?
Yeah. I just heard that on the radio on the way here. It's pretty funny.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Her real name's Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Could you fucking imagine?
All those puppies.
At least she's in a profession where she can change her name.
Correct. Yeah.
For like a stage name. This Neil Diamond character, the only thing he can say is that, the Neil's not spelled the same. It's spelled Neal instead of Neil. But still, other than that, letter for letter, Neil Diamond. So fucking fantastic. First of all, last name Diamond.
First name Neil.
Who fucking picks, like, I imagine way back in the day, who picks their last name to be Diamond? Like, what?
Yeah, the first person to find a diamond, I don't know.
Like, some people, their family name's derivative of their profession, or their ancestors' profession, like Smith or whatever, but Diamond? What, you a diamond miner? Like, no. Doesn't make any sense.
Your last name would have been Minor.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that'd be just crazy.
Isn't that funny? That's how they used to designate people's last names. Baker.
Baker.
Sean Baker.
So what do you do? Isn't it fucking obvious? I swear to God.
Oh, I create metalwork. Huh?
Well, I mean, like, if you had to do today, like, if your last name determined what you did.
Lucas, software developer.
Lucas, software developer, yeah. Tim, commercial and imaging producer. Like, what? What the fuck?
Your last name's really long.
It is kind of long. And also, is that an ampersand, or is it an actual and word?
Or do you just hyphenate it?
Or do you just hyphenate it? I'm like, oh, well, I just, on some days I ampersand. Also,
you say on Sundays? Just on Sundays.
Just on Sundays, I just, yeah. Oh my God. That would be weird. Who, do you know anyone who has maybe a name I can't think of one. Cobbler, maybe? You don't know Cobbler?
I know a Baker and I know a Smith.
You know a Baker and Smith? Same here. Same here. But, shit. I'm trying to think of, what else would be a profession? I mean, lumberjack? No, that's not it.
Lombardier? I don't know.
Fisher, I know.
I know
a couple Fishers.
Yeah.
But they're spelled. Some of them are spelled with C's though.
Yeah, Fischer.
Yeah,
Fisher. But that might have just evolved because they're like, I don't want to be.
They're like, I don't want to actually be named after my profession. Man, there's all the Swedish names with the son, the Gustafssons and the.
Nice.
And but those are like, oh, you're the son of Gustav.
Yeah.
Like, is that what it's based on?
Well, and then you've got all the Dutch and German ones as well that are fun or.
Oh yeah,
which means from like.
Oh, and then the town, town. Yeah, they're named after the town that they're from.
Yeah.
That must have been weird though. Like everybody in the town's got the same last name. Like what?
Yeah, think of a lot of original.
It has to be a lot of fucking a lot of small towns.
Yeah.
For the whole population to be easily identifiable.
That's it.
Or you just who was I? I was talking to someone yesterday who's saying that they had the same name. Oh, yeah. It was our server at the first bar.
Oh,
Her name was Caroline, but there was another Caroline working at the same bar. So they just called her, what was it?
Kaz.
Like, how do you get there? You have to come up with nicknames if people had the same names, like, in towns like that. Like, shit.
I don't know. They probably did it just Kaz.
Oh, that's the joke she made.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
You should feel ashamed of yourself. How do we end these things usually?
I think we just sort of like taper off.
Well, like fade into the distance.
And just never be heard again.
And then
see you next week on the Wonder Boys podcast.
Wonderboys.ca. Yeah, Wonderboyscast on Twitter and Instagram. Maybe Facebook. I don't know. It's kind of lame though. They haven't decided yet. Yeah, it's fucking true. Go bless the rains. Goddamn right. Is this quiet enough yet? I don't know. Okay, fuck. Can we go quiet? I cannot. I'm trying my best. I basically just be exhaling. Okay, I'm done now.
Por el camino del desierto, el viento me despeina, suave aroma de colita, nada del aire. Ella de lo lejos, una luz en tela, la idea de mercan. Te vi por en la noche, ella estaba a la entrada y la campana de sonar. Y me dijo ya mismo que topo del cielo. Ella enciende una vela y nuestra de camino. Soy moza el corredor y yo te dije diciendo: he venido del California, such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Me he venido del California, such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Ella adora lo que brillaba de una Mercedes, rodea chico guapo.